Today, I am announcing that I am a candidate for President of the United States.
My name is Andrew DeMillo, and I'm the Capitol correspondent in Little Rock for the Associated Press. Hutchinson is the former governor of Arkansas. He left office in January after serving 2 terms as governor, but he's a fixture in Arkansas politics going back decades. He got his start in Bentonville as an attorney and really became a well-known figure in the state in the 1980s when he served as a federal prosecutor appointed by President Ronald Reagan. Eventually was elected congressman for Northwest Arkansas, and during his time there, he served as one of the House impeachment managers, basically one of the prosecutors prosecuting the impeachment case against former President Bill Clinton, another Arkansas native. He later went on to serve in the George W. Bush administration as head of the Drug Enforcement Administration and also as undersecretary for the Department of Homeland Security. He was first elected as governor in 2014, and he, during his time in office, did several things. He signed a series of tax cut measures into law. He also signed several abortion restrictions, including an outright ban on abortion that took effect when the U.S. Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade. He kept Arkansas's Medicaid expansion, but he added some restrictions to it, including a work requirement that was eventually blocked by the courts and blocked by the Biden administration.
I am running for President of the United States because I know that the best of America is ahead of us.
Hutchinson announced earlier this year that he is seeking the Republican nomination for president, and he kicked off his campaign in Bentonville, where he got his start as an attorney. He has been one of the more outspoken among the candidates about former President Donald Trump, especially over Trump's lies and rhetoric about the 2020 election. He's also talked a lot about his experience as someone who has some background in law enforcement, as a former prosecutor, as someone who headed up DEA. Has talked about how that experience is going to be important. He faces a number of challenges. One is that he's running for president in a very large field, and he is not as well known of a figure as some of the other candidates running, such as Trump and DeSantis. He's been featured regularly before he was running on Sunday talk shows, but still, for a lot of the electorate, he is not well known. I think fundraising is also a challenge for him, especially for being able to qualify for the debate stage. And he's not really known as kind of fiery, kind of blustery kind of figure. During his time in office, he was known a lot more for talking about policy. You would see him at press conferences flanked by charts and graphs. He liked talking numbers. He's more likely to quote Bible verses on Sunday rather than get into Twitter fights.